Hey, how's everybody doing? Hey, have you seen them animation flip books like in real life? They're like a stack of paper, and you take your thumb and you flip through the paper, and every time the paper changes, there's a different image, and it makes an animation. That's how the sequence animation works. So what I did is captured this video. The only thing I don't like about this is it's drifting a bit. You see it drifting, it's moving to the side. I might could kind of fix that if I manually move this thing. Ah man, that's a lot of that's more work. I ain't even worried about it. But you see what I'm talking about. And that's gonna make it shift. But you can do it better. So what we're gonna do is we got 280 frames. Now these are I crop the image to 512 by 512, and what's going to happen? It's going to export. Let's see, how many times will 5 go into 8,000? 500 and 8,000. It's like 2, 4, 6, 8, 16 times. So we can tell it to step 16. I may just tell it to do. Let's see what 16 does. No. We need to divide 16 into 280. So every 16th. I'm doing it wrong. Damn it. Hold on a minute. 280 divided by 16. 17.5. So I'll just do 17. Every 17th frame should give us 16 frames. Oh, I gotta make sure exporting it as FMB as PNG. I have to do JPEGs too, I guess. I'll do PNGs, or no, you know what? We'll convert it to DDS, but I'm going to do the highest quality first. PNG, render animation. And it's going to go through that. Now, let's go to that folder and load it in here. Look at it. So these will be the frames of our animation. Not what I had in mind. No. I'm afraid that ain't gonna do it for me. We're gonna start over. We're gonna just tell it every 5th frame, so we got more to choose from. 'Cause that ain't gonna work. That'll work. Yeah, that'll do fine. So what we need to do is load our photo editor. The first thing we'll do is drag the first one of the frame that we're going to use, which would be the one that doesn't have any light lit up. That'll be this one. Alright, now the next thing is we need to go to image. I gotta figure out where it's at. Guides. I gotta configure grid. Spacing, horizontal 512, verticals 512. There's a way to crop. You can snap. I'm sorry, snap to grid to snap to guides. So I'm going to snap to grid and snap to guides. So we know this is 512 by 512. So I'm going to put a guide here at the end. And I'm going to go to image canvas size. And the width will be 8192. We don't want to center it. We want it just like that. Alright, now we just start loading the frames in. Put that here and put that there. So that'll be the first one. See, it snaps good to that little. I know that looks like it's on it, but if you get super close and look, you see that it's not. So we got to move that grid, or that. I know it's frustrating. There's a way you can make it lock a lot better, and I'm not sure why. I'm not sure why it doesn't snap better. I did it one time. I don't remember what I damn did. Alright, so the next one. You can just move that guide. I can see I'm just going to have to get up close. The next one. Because if you want it, you gotta have it exactly right. If it's off, you'll never sync your animation. It'll be looking like it's always something's off with it. Probably a key I can hold down to make it lock better, but it is one of the little annoying things about it. And it does take you a minute to set this up, so if you want them kind that like to get in a hurry, this project ain't for you. you wouldn't want to imagine the amount of patience I had to figure this out. There was no documentation anywhere that I found that explained this, and nobody used it that I knew of. I'd never seen it used in the game, but I knew the feature was there, and I spent quite a while trying to figure it out. Trial and error. I would call it brute force trial and error. Trying things to a ridiculous number of times. Let's get out of here and look. Alright, so okay, we're at the end. So that's good. Now you can do a lot more than damn 16. You can do up to 200 and something frames, but they'd have to be really small, like 64 by 64 in size, and be the width 64 by 8192, or you can go up to 16384, but I wouldn't recommend that you do a 16K anything in Beam. That's a lot of processing. So this is our sequence. If we go really quick by, if we just kind of look, that doesn't really give you a good idea, but you get the idea though. So what we got to do is flatten the image and then export this as, I'm just going to stick it on the desktop, light.png. I don't want any compression. I'm going to also save it as a DDS, see if it makes much difference. BC1 compression type, generate bitmaps, export. Alright, now all we gotta do is get the texture made. Oh, we gotta make an object too. Needs to make something in Blender real quick. I'll just do this. Oh, make a mesh plane, rotate it around, rotate it. Rotate. Base color. Now, oh, actually this ain't. This is just the image of the light. Just one frame of it, not the whole thing. This is just to have something to look at. Oh, I tell you, ain't nothing ever damn lined up. Ain't never lined up. Alright, now going into edit mode. Wow, jeez, yeah, we're going to take this here. Oh, hold on a minute. Actually, this will be the animation, sorry. Alright, desktop, where's that film strip? Alright, now you see that's not right. We all know that. We got to unwrap the UVs. Let's go to UV editor. Hold Z down to show material preview, and let's find out. Just rather than try to fix this, we'll just rotate this. I know I done did all that already. I'm doing it again. So now the UVs are unwrapped. One square fits exactly in one square. So when the sequence starts, it knows to jump to the next one and the next one. And see what I mean about when you pasted those in there earlier, if they are off just a fraction of just a small little amount, it throws them all off. And when the thing sequences through, you're either going to see the edge, or you're just going to have, it's never going to line up. So now that that's done, we can go to edit mode. I can take the scalpel, the knife, hit enter. Now I can just select that face. I can say mesh separate by selection. I can get rid of the rest of it. Now I can make that a little better than that, a little better. Let's see. Let's do it like this. We're doing this as a track object just to show you how to do the animation or making a mod. Let's just do a track object for now. That way it just spawns and it just will appear. And you don't have to worry about it falling to the ground or anything like that. So we can export this now to our level. Export collide level that you want it in. Highway. Now we'll just make a new folder in here. As long as it's by itself in a folder when you export it from here. And it'll make the texture for you. You still got a little work to do though. Now this is the tricky part about making this. Tricky part is the timing. I should have wrote down the timing. I had it all wrote down at one time. But it's like a 0.25 or 0.025 or 0.015 or 0.105. I gotta remember. I got to remember. I don't yet. But you'll see what I mean. This probably is what took me the longest time to figure out. I pretty much knew how the thing was going to work. I just wasn't sure the timings. So if we get our animated light, drag it into the scene, and you can see that it is here. Smooth the time of day. There we go. Now the material, we have more work to do, right? So go down to animate and tell it sequence, image sequence, frames per second. I'll just do 3. Now this is the part that's tricky, because what it's doing, what it's actually doing, go back to Blender and go to the material or UV editor. What it's actually doing is the timing. It's the time in between each frame. So it could be updating perfectly, like every like getting that time is what's tricky, because it'll be doing like this for a while, and that's why you kind of see it doing like that, because the time's off. It's gonna get the timing right. So let me see if I can remember. 0 to 5. Now once you get it kind of start getting close to it, and you can increase this, by the way, if you want to get faster feedback. Now watch what happens when I put like 0.23, 0.20. Let me slow it down. 0.1, 1. See how it goes one way, then it goes the other way. So it'll be 105, 10. Now 02, 05. 01 goes that way, 02 goes that way, 03 goes that way, 01, 005, 0025. That's too slow. That's 0.125. See what I mean by that drift? I knew it was going to do that. I seen it in the damn video when I captured the video of it. I mean, I already knew that. You can hold control and type in 60 if you want it to be 60 frames a second. The slider doesn't go up to 60. Honestly, something like that, I would kind of leave it like that or something. But anyway, that's how that's done. Oh, yeah. Let's go to switch to PBR 1.5 and go to advanced emissivity. Let's increase the blue. Yeah, no, that won't work. I mean, it would work, but I'd have to edit every single picture and cut out everything but the light itself, and that would take a long time. I'm not doing that. Use the old-fashioned glow. Yeah. That would take more time. I ain't got that kind of time to mess with it. But you would need to do that, because it's not going to look good in the dark, because it's not really using an emissive map. But anyway, that's it. I ain't going to waste your time all day with this. You could do it better than this. You would just have to edit every picture and remove everything but the actual things of the light. And if you're going to go through that trouble, then you might as well take the extra time to line it all up. And that's just, to take a long time. Take a long, long time. I'm afraid it take a long time. Going in and editing and cutting everything out but the blue. Yeah, you'd be here a